Just a breeze will muss your hair.
Can we talk about that name? The greatest name of all time? Like,
It's the greatest 1940s baby name I've ever heard in my life.
yeah, it is Lovetta Caparata.
Have you ever heard anything like that before? It's unbelievable. Lovetta Caparata.
It's not a stage
Holy
name.
cow.
Like, I would expect that person to
Right.
be in the most glamorous black evening
Yeah.
gown show, you know?
Yeah, it's like a 14-year-old girl from Plainfield.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
you know, so funny. So, yeah, so he likes this girl, Lovetta Caparata. And then some older boy who was at a dance found out and was jealous that he was talking to Lovetta. And then he slips a lit cigarette into Dad's pocket. Then Dad gets angry and says, I'll meet you outside. And then the guy shanks him with a jagged bottle. I don't want to tell the whole story. I mean, you're supposed to read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the guy shanks him outside with a broken bottle, and he's whisked off in a police car that met up with an ambulance, and I was taken to the emergency room at Plainfield's Muhlenberg Hospital. So he was cut pretty bad.
Yeah.
And he says, while getting stitches in my hand and my side, my mom and two sisters came into the room. They were crying, and Mom scolded me lovingly and said something tender. And then my father and brother came in. My dad looked at me, asked the doctor if I was going to be all right, and then looked back at me and said, okay, wise guy. He always called me that. Satisfied? Then he walked away, but paused and turned to say to me, you want to play big, you pay big. And then he moves on to, I eventually healed just fine, blah, blah, blah.
It's a very abrupt transition into a totally new topic. And actually, I've used that word abrupt in my notes a couple times in this chapter. And it's increasingly throughout this book where, yeah, as soon as it gets kind of the meat and potatoes of the emotional side of things, it's like, well, back to the music thing, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, and it happens frequently.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because he drops a little bombshell like his dad says,
Yeah.
okay, wise guy, when he's like stitched in the
Yeah, like you were stabbed right now, and your dad came
Right.
in with this, like, you get play big, you pay big moment, and then you're like, anyway, I healed up because I was a teen. So let's go talk about this band thing again. Like, whoa, hold on, go back to the stabbing. Like,
Right. Like, how about your father's
Right.
reaction to you being
yeah,
stabbed?
what actually
Okay.
happened? Like, were these lacerations? Like, you know, things like that. Like, how was your healing process? How did it affect your music playing? If you were slashed in the hand, you know, what
I
mean?
never knew that he had
I
stitches
don't
on his
think
hand.
I
I
did
never knew
either.
that.
Yeah.
But not only that, but like he doesn't say anything about, he just said, my dad always called me that. And he paused and turned and said this, but he doesn't say like, I wanted to kill him. Like he never said like, I hated him for that. Like I just wanted a kind word.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like get into the analysis much, which is just interesting. I keep waiting for like,
Right.
not waiting because I know it's not really there, but I wanted to know what little Don thought.